Pi network update, massive price crash, insider dumping claims and users losing everything. What if the future of mobile cryptocurrency wasn't a revolution, but a trap? Imagine this: you've spent 5 years mining a new crypto token, buying into a vision of decentralized financial freedom, all from the convenience of your phone. You've told friends. You've built trust in the community. Then, one morning, you wake up, and it's all gone. Your tokens? Vanished. Your wallet? Empty. Your trust? Shattered. This is not just another crypto dip. This is something far more disturbing. A token that exploded in price only to be followed by a devastating crash. A founder's grand announcements that left more questions than answers. And behind the scenes, whispers of insider trading and betrayal. This is the story of Pi Network. And what really happened in May 2025 might change the way you look at crypto forever. In May 2025, the Pi Network, a once celebrated crypto project known for its mobile mining innovation, found itself at the center of a growing firestorm. At first, everything looked like a major breakthrough. On May 12, the Pi token surged to an impressive $1.60, a spike fueled by anticipation surrounding a major appearance by Pi Network's founder, Dr. Nicholas Kokkolis, at the high-profile Consensus 2025 conference. The Pi community buzzed with excitement. Telegram groups, Reddit threads, and YouTube channels were filled with hype. People believed a new chapter was about to begin. But that belief would be short-lived. Just 5 days later, on May 17, the value of Pi crashed more than 50%, plummeting to just around 70 cents. It wasn't just a routine market correction. It felt like something far more calculated. At the heart of this crash was a presentation by Dr. Kokkolis at Consensus. During his speech, he laid out an ambitious plan to integrate artificial intelligence with blockchain infrastructure and even announced a $100 million venture fund designed to spur decentralized application (DApp) development within the Pi ecosystem. On paper, the future looked promising. But behind the buzzwords, something was missing: timelines, deadlines, concrete deliverables. For a community that had waited years with almost religious patience, the vagueness was infuriating. Many users began to feel that their loyalty had been exploited, that their role was never to benefit, but simply to grow the platform's perceived value. But while disappointment was brewing in public forums, something more troubling was happening in the background. That's when a crypto analyst, known only as Atlas, dropped a bombshell. According to Atlas's blockchain investigation, a massive transfer of 12 million Pi tokens occurred right around the time of the token's price peak. The destination? A wallet tagged as GABT7EMP, which Atlas alleged was connected to Pi Network's core team. The timing was too perfect. As the price soared, millions of tokens were moved. And as soon as that happened, the price began its sharp descent. To the community, it didn't look like a coincidence. It looked like a pump and dump. Atlas's findings sparked a storm of speculation. If true, this wasn't just a technical failure. This was potential insider manipulation. And it wasn't just numbers on a chart. People were losing real value. Years of digital mining. Dreams of financial independence. All crumbling. Then the stories started to surface. First came a chilling testimony from one user, a longtime Pi miner who woke up to find their entire wallet drained. They had never shared credentials, never approved any transaction, and yet their tokens were transferred out to an unknown wallet. They reached out to Pi support but were met with silence, or worse, automated replies that led nowhere. The user described feeling helpless. "I trusted this project for years. I believed in what they were building. But now my funds are sitting in a scam wallet and I have no recourse." Another early adopter came forward with a story that was just as heartbreaking. They had started mining Pi in 2019, drawn in by the promise of utility, future value, and a vision of inclusive crypto access. Over the years, they accumulated thousands of tokens. But when the mainnet finally launched, they were locked out. They couldn't withdraw their tokens. They were told to be patient. That same message was repeated for weeks. Then months. And eventually, it felt like a script. After everything, the user said, it feels like we were just strung along to boost their numbers while they built value for themselves, not for us. These weren't isolated incidents. They were beginning to form a pattern. A pattern of users who had devoted years of trust and engagement, only to be left in the cold. To add further credibility to Atlas's findings, another respected community researcher, known as Dr. Pcoin, conducted an independent analysis. His research revealed that the wallet responsible for the massive 12 million PI transfer was indeed connected to Pi Network's core operations. The scale, the precision of timing, and the silence from leadership, it all pointed to a lack of transparency, and perhaps even deliberate obfuscation. Let's not forget how we got here. Pi Network launched with a viral message in 2019, mine crypto on your phone with no battery drain or technical know-how. It was simple, inclusive, and brilliantly marketed. The promise? That this would be the people's currency. No mining farms. No whales. Just a grassroots movement of everyday users building value together. Millions bought in. Friends invited friends. Telegram groups grew into massive online tribes. But as the months turned into years, cracks began to show. The utility was delayed. Exchanges were never clarified. Token access was restricted. The project moved at a glacial pace, always asking for more time, more belief, more loyalty. And people gave it. But now, that belief is being tested like never before. In the wake of the May crash, Pi Network has not released a detailed public explanation for the token dump, the wallet activity, or the missing funds reported by users. And while the project continues to push forward with development announcements and new partnerships, many in the community feel that the core issue remains unaddressed: trust. What do we do when a project built on community turns its back on that very community? What happens when decentralization becomes a slogan, but not a practice? Experts in the field warn that this could be a textbook case of viral crypto manipulation using social engineering, vague promises, and long-term engagement strategies to inflate perceived value while limiting access to real liquidity or accountability. For now, the fate of Pi Network hangs in the balance. Some still believe it's a work in progress. That the vision is real and just needs more time. Others believe the damage is done. That Pi was never built for the users, only for the optics. One thing is clear, the dream of a truly mobile, decentralized, community-owned crypto has taken a massive hit. And the people who mined, trusted, and waited? They're demanding answers. So what do you think? Was Pi Network a bold experiment that went sideways, or something more calculated and deceptive from the start? Let us know in the comments. And if you've been personally affected, share your experience. These stories matter. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more deep dives into the truth behind crypto projects. Because in this space, transparency isn't optional, it's survival. Until next time, stay sharp, stay skeptical, and always do your own research.